as I told you, they by nature they stay behind. They have no courage to come forward. So they cannot put themselves appear before. So the normal minimum courage is not there in these persons. Therefore, they are the persons who try to stay behind, not coming to push forward, to come forward. This is not their nature of these persons, the syphilitic miasm. And also, they cannot make proper decisions because the mind is not so clear, and because the comprehension is low, so their understanding of the situations is not so clear. That is why to make a proper decision is difficult. In tubercular miasm also, the persons of tubercular miasm are indecisive. That is different. They are also indecisive in tubercular miasm. But here it is due to low comprehension based on this in syphilitic miasm. In syphilitic miasm. So therefore decision making so they cannot make easily a proper decision, and also if at all they make a decision, generally it is not perfect, defective. And then another feature, another manifestation is that is also a striking feature in this most of the persons of this miasm is because the cells in the body, the biological cells in the body, the tissues, they are quickly disintegrating, decomposing and disintegrating. Because of this, these from the body of these persons always there will be certain smell which is not so pleasant from their breath also. Even from a distance, from some persons, you can feel the foul breath. The breath you cannot stand. When the persons speak to you, coming nearer to you, you cannot bear. Because this saliva of these persons, it very quickly it turns foul and smelling, even in spite of their repeated cleaning of the teeth and all this. Even then, very often it happens in these persons. And also from the body, from the breath and also from the body. So even from a distance, the other persons can feel this unpleasant smell. This is because of the disintegration and decay of these living cells. That is why in these persons, if there is any ulceration or any such eruptions, so this suppuration, then there will be very unbearable, unpleasant smell will be there for these persons. Because the rate of disintegration or decaying of the tissues is much greater when compared to other persons. That is the reason. So these persons, when they are sick, this is more prominent. When this person has some sickness or fever and acute conditions, even then, the smell is especially, it is called cadaverous smell. Cadaverous smell means the smell of a dead body. Yes, arsenicum album, in arsenicum album also this tendency is there. Especially when an arsenic album is sick, that person is in acute conditions and also in sickness, there is more. Because in the remedy arsenic album, it is one of the symptoms that the tissues get decayed and disintegrated very fast. So that is why if an arsenic album person has fever and acute conditions, this cadaver smell of the body you can observe. Arsenic album is not especially, but this is a symptom, this is an indication of syphilitic miasm. In most of the persons of syphilitic miasm, you have this tendency, especially the breath. This you can easily know, and mostly also in syphilitic persons, you find the persons with mostly in open mouth. Not all of them, but most of them. Always that makes their very typical appearance of a syphilitic face, a syphilitic person. Just an idiotic expression in the face, you can easily identify a syphilitic person. An open mouth, excessive salivation, all these conditions you find in syphilitic persons. It is not only due to the respiratory problem, but generally that is the tendency in them. When he starts thinking about something, automatically he opens the mouth. Is very typical expression of a syphilitic miasm. That is by nature. It is not just because the nose is blocked. And this is more prominently exhibited in certain remedies like Beretta carb. In such remedies it is very prominent. And also persons of mercurius solubilis, when they are advancing in age, after middle age, then also. Because it is not just a physical blockage, but it is a disturbance from the mental plane. That is the reason. So when you explain, and especially when they have to think about something very clearly, this is, you can see. Suppose he has to read a book, and then, or he has to think about a problem, and this you find from the very beginning in the persons who are born with the underdevelopment of brain and all these faculties. The children, the persons of Down syndrome and all this, where you find always like this, all the time, from the very beginning.
So they are
Yes, because their comprehension, their mental faculty is very less developed. Because they are born with advanced degree of this miasm. So the mentally retarded children mostly most of them are syphilitic. Physical handicaps also, because the children who are born to the parents who are highly syphilitic, if both are very syphilitic, it is more, and if one of the parents is highly syphilitic and other is an interconnection with the other miasm, then also some children who are born with physical deformities, those are mostly in syphilitic miasm. So some are deaf and dumb, they cannot speak, they cannot hear. So and also a delayed development of milestones. It is also mostly in extreme syphilitic miasm, and some are in tubercular miasm, but mostly it is syphilitic miasm. When the parents are in the advanced degree of the syphilitic miasm, then what happens is, in the development of embryo, the fetus while developing, so this will hinder the proper development of the fetus. So there itself, the manifestation of this miasm, it is so intense that it disturbs the formation of the organs. Therefore, they are born with deformities. So the various types of physical